don't worry about your strengths. Like, you don't worry about your strengths. It's like, could you make them stronger? Yeah, a little bit, but you're just already like a high D already. So, do you need to learn how to become a higher D? No. Now, for your mid-tier stuff, maybe the things where you hit the mid-range, those are something that you could improve on.
Yeah.
But the low ones, why waste your time? That's the way I look at it, right? It's like, oh, I'm a dog person, not a cat person. Well, why would you think you need to get a cat then?
Yeah.
You don't, right? So that's the way I look at it. Now, with dogs, though, could you be a better dog owner? Possibly. Could you be a better child rearer? Yes. Could you do all this? Yes, absolutely. And that was one thing. So focus on the things that your mid-tier stuff that could get a little bit stronger. Not like you have to invest all the time in the world. But then the other thing I always loved meeting with Art. And the thing I took away, another thing I took away from him was, it's so profound. I shared it on my podcast this morning. I'm like, what did I want to do? I just recorded it in the car when I stopped here.
Well, that's fun. But you don't remember what it was?
No, I got it out of my head. So that's like another thing. I don't dwell on things too long.
Yeah.
I forget about things, and then or I'll remember something. I'll remember experiences. I think we all do. It's a lot stronger than just what was said or what was said by whom, and just believe that to be true of everybody. It's like we want to forget the negative and move on with the positive.
I have been noticing that I have like memory issues, right? Like I feel like I go to lunch with some people and they can remember everything about every detail I've ever told them. They're like,
sometimes
what's going on with your kid and da-da-da-da-da, and I'm like, oh my God,
how do you know my children?
I'm like, I don't even
must have shared this.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh.
Did I share this?
Yeah, apparently I told them.
Are they a stalker?
No, yeah, exactly, right. And then like I've gotten to the point where I'm like, some people like I don't want to hang out with them because they know a bunch of stuff about me and I don't know anything about them. And then I'm like, man, I am selfish.
You're a bad person, Tabetha.
Well, that's what I said.
No, I do this too, though.
Individualistic, right? It's like
yes.
I know what
well,
I
we
need
both
to know
are.
in the moment.
All
that
of us
I
are
need
in
to
that
know,
room.
And that's it. Like,
think about this. So Karen, she was at normal. Did you see that? And everybody else is way above the line on individualistic.
I've put in systems to like help myself not feel so guilty. Like, and that's I think part of why I started doing CRM is because I needed a system to keep my notes and to like know that I could not come off as only caring about myself.
I know. Well, yes, I'm a Heidi and I'm pompous and all about me. How about them apples?
That's how I feel sometimes.
Well, and so obviously I put a lot of content out on Facebook and social media and things like that, and I don't remember all my stuff that I said. I have to go back to my own wine reviews to remember if I liked it or not. That's why I rate it. I have to rate it in the moment, right? If I don't, then I'm like, oh, did I like that? Oh, I remember the label. Did I like it? And then I get it again. Same bottle I didn't like again. No, I got the wrong thing. But
I've done presentations and stuff. People have come up to me, and like the next session or whatever, the next season, like the next year.
Yes.
And then they're like, I just want to tell you that when you said this, it just completely changed things. And I'm like, I said that? Oh, okay.
That's really brilliant. I better write that down. Wait, what exactly did I say again?
Yeah.
I'm really smart.
Cool.
You should run with that. Share about that, would you?
Yeah, for me.
Would you put that in a quote on social media for me so I remember it?
Yeah. So one of the things I thought would be interesting for our podcast.
Yes.
I think we're going to do multiple, right?
Yep.
One of the things he said yesterday that I really resonated with is that I really like to learn, but then I want to like immediately use that knowledge or share that knowledge. And so there's a couple of things that I've read recently, like in books and stuff, that I think would be really cool just to like share. And I think you could probably do the same thing with your hostage negotiation thing.
Yeah.
And
never split the difference.
So I think I could do probably 2, maybe 3 little segments, just saying like, hey, I learned this, and here's why.
Well, and that's the thing that I love doing about the podcast is it's never promoting your actual business. It's always talking about so people connect with you, right? It's like, oh, she's talking about this book. Ooh, what is that? Right? or for me, wine, a restaurant, this food and experience, because the more experiences that people can relate with you with, that's all they really want to do. They don't care about they care about their work, but isn't there like a ton of that's Microsoft already does all those classes, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't mean they don't need fulfillment in those areas. People will know you do fulfillment on those areas because you do a great job. You're already known for your craft.
Yeah.
So now it's your job and our job to have you get related, connected in your database so that you stay top of mind for you. So going back, that was my point with Arts thing. The thing I learned from art a long time ago, and it always gets reinforced, is always be more of you. So, LaShonda, right? She's great, and she's like, Sean, you're a hot mess. Because I am not. My organization is all over the place, and that's why I hired the virtual assistant to organize my schedule. And if she wasn't standing there, like I wouldn't even have set up my Square account for credit card processing. I know it takes it literally took 30 seconds to do, but I haven't done. I'd never set one up.
Yeah.
Right? Even though I had the swipe, like people.
But isn't it interesting though that you're not taught just to love who you are and be more of who you are? You're taught, here's all these ways that you can improve and you can learn how. And so last night I was talking to one of my friends about this, and he goes, so what you took away from this is that you need to learn how to be more of these other things, And he's like, how about just do you and be more of you? And I was like, no, I'm like, this here is teaching us how to talk with other people. This is teaching us how to, relate with other people. And he's like, well, you don't have to. And I was like, oh. And I said, well, I've been told I've been too direct. And he goes, by who? And I was like, by lots of people. And he's like, name one. And I was like, my therapist, maybe?
No, and to be accurate, so Josh and I and everybody in that room knows you're very direct, but we never said you're too direct.
Exactly.
It's like, we want you to be direct.
Well, and so, but I'm like, his point was like, when did you make up that somebody said that was a negative thing about you?
Did he do your landmark thing? It's a very landmark
statement.
No,
He didn't, but
what was the one you did?
It's
awesome.
Are you?
Yeah, we have our open session Monday, so anybody can go. But I know you have a family.
I'm pretty committed to just be.
It's all good.
A big group. For my tribe. I feel like cheating.
Oh my gosh! Bring the whole freaking tribe. It's not cheating. So that's another thing I took away is, we collapse things with, you're some friends from Chicago, right? Say, you're moving down to Cards territory from Chicago. We can't be your friend anymore because you're now in Cards country. I saw you with that red jersey on. I'm like, the Cubs weren't playing that day. I'm not going to root for the not home team that I don't even
That's
like.
Not even playing,
and it's not like I didn't get a Cubs hat or a Cards hat. I'm not putting it on my head. I'll wear the shirt. There's so much support for when I go.
Got some rules.
I got some
this.
rules. I got structure.
Got some boundaries.
Did you not see my profile? Oh, you didn't see my profile. So there's definitely certain things that. High I is just naturally me, but then the other ones are high. I think it's equal. D and C for my complacency are also like those.
Complacency is compliance.
Yeah, complacency, compliance. Whatever. If I get it wrong, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. I get my daughter's names wrong. You know what I'm talking about.
Well, I don't want you to think you're complacent, though.
Not complacent, compliant.
Okay.
Well, and so for me, but that's how compliant lives in my world.
Yeah.
Right.
How do I tell which ones? So I guess that one's yours. So.
It's funny I said that.
You're a higher driver than Pat or Karen. That's interesting. Did you get 100% on your eye?
No. I think I'm like 96, 98. Yeah, I don't know. What is it?
That was so funny. Josh goes, have you ever seen 100% on a D?
And he said, yes.
And he's like, yeah.
Come on, he's only did like 85,000 of these.
He's like those people. They're just like that. So your S is, what's S? That's supporter, right?
Yeah.
So promoter, supporter. Which makes you like, you're basically a marketer. You don't really get anything done, but you market the shit out of support and promote other people.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's not right.
Yep. Right? Isn't that how you know me to be?
So are you driven? Here, I gotta look at what are you driven by. Are you other people? Your social is pretty high.
Yeah, it's freaking high. Which is, it's funny, I thought it'd be higher, but it's not.
You're pretty well balanced across. Like, I've got really highs and really lows. Yours are more like.
And it's funny you say that. So
variant.
that was the other talent I was talking about. Is we've had some highs and we've had some lows financially. Now I would say we're back on the high side. So but I always sought that balance. So like a balanced portfolio, whatever that looked like in my mind at the time, is what it was supposed to look like. But now, and that's what I talked about Dave Ramsey and financial.
I did financial.
You did okay. So we did that.
Life changing.
And because my wife is a high C, not complacent, compliant, we followed it to the letter of the law. And since she is the primary income earner and the implementer of many things, I just follow her lead. So it's perfect. I can be the free spirit. She can be the the nerd. And it's like, okay, cool. Here's my little budget I get to work with, and that's totally fine with me.
Yeah.
Before we met, I was in between jobs again, but it didn't matter because I had way more fun. I went to like all these ball games. I figured it out. I was in between jobs. I used my savings. I didn't have that much savings, but just because of who I was, people would just give me stuff. Like, so I went to the Cubs, whoever game, like 15 times that year. And
people liked you and everything else.
People would give me tickets. Like I never knew, hanging out like in line, and like, okay, I'll buy you a beer. Thanks. And we would just go, we'd party, and it was great, right? And then I worked at a bar. I talked about this the other day. And there's all these people who were my same age that would come in, working in a corporate environment. And I'm like going, just miserable. Like going, oh, I got this, I got that. It's like trying to get to the next level. And all, it's like they were just kind of stressed out, right? Usually consultants, right? They're like entry-level consultants. So they made good money, but they were also really stressed out. And I'm like going, well, here's what I did today. I'm like, I don't know what you're all making, but I'm pulling about $30 a year. But I rode my bike up and down the lake today for about 2.5 hours. And then I did a 2-hour yoga class.
What's that story, the fisherman story?
The total fisherman
right?
story,
Yeah.
right? I'm like going, oh,
that's a great one.
I know, I love that story. Mexican
Where
fisherman.
that came from?
I think it was like an Mondino story, like Peak Trade. I don't know. It's one of those types of motivational
Good
guys.
stuff.
It was great stuff. Because I remember that story from way back. It's like, oh, that makes so much sense. So yeah, it's like, and then there's the whole, it's like our friends who want to go to Europe, or our European friends. Oh, you Americans! You live to work, we don't work to live. So I want to, make sure we are working to live, and, it doesn't mean we can't work because we are Americans. We do love to do what we do.
Yeah.
We find so much of our life in what we do, but we don't have to. So if you didn't have to work, what would you just naturally be doing, like the fisherman? That's a question. You'd be working, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Right? You could not
because
work.
I'm super driven, yeah.
Yeah, but what would you be working doing? Like, what would the work that would be fulfilling to you?
Yeah, it would be helping other people get stuff done, right? Like, how can I, and that's why I'm doing the 90 Days to Done stuff that I put together. It's like, that's what I would be doing anyway. What's really interesting is I just figured out the other day that, so I love being a consultant, because I love, like, teaching people the things that I've learned, and like sharing my knowledge and all that kind of stuff. So love being a consultant. But what I was doing is I was thinking that like just sitting around and having a conversation isn't enough. So I would like schedule meetings all day long, share my knowledge all day long, and then commit to do things so that I had a tangible, here's a product that can prove my work value,
And
whatever.
how many videos did you do?
Yeah, a lot. And but so, like, I just came to realize, like, people are paying me just to hang out and talk with them.
Yep.
And then I go home and I don't have anything to do, and I'm like, wow, I can, like, just spend time with my family and friends and do what, and I'm like, maybe this is what they talk about, like work not being your life and your life not being your, sort of thing.
Well, it's all integrated, right?
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean that you can't do all those things that satisfy you as doing, but realize that those other people, you already did it.
Yeah, that's what the guy
they showed up, you did it.
The guy I'm working with right now, I said to him, I just want to make sure, that you're getting plenty of value. I don't feel like I'm doing enough or whatever. And he's like, are you kidding me? He's like, I'm further along because of working with you in the last week than I've been in months, and he's like, you've helped me clarify my thoughts and like move forward and figure out that. And I'm like, okay. That's just me doing what I do.
So, did you look at your time wasters? Did you see that on yours? Here's mine. Time wasters: cluttered desk, possible causes, seeing organizing, filing activities as a waste of time. Yep. Don't even balance my checkbook. Want everything at fingertips, totally. Do not conceptualize a system for grouping information and materials.
Where is this?
This is on mine.
Oh, on
It's
your...
on my expanded profile. And then excessive socializing is the next one.
Excessive socializing.
Isn't that great? Time wasters. And I do. Like, I'm usually the last to leave a party, especially at a conversation or a networking event, or one of the last. It's hard for me to be the first one out. Really hard. You're like, oh, I want to talk to that person about this. Or I remember something last second. Isn't that crazy?
So when he said I need to be doing something people related and all that, I was like, I should go do this. Like, this is just just forget it. It's so awesome. But
what do you mean you should be more people related?
He said I should be doing a people like. So I told him I was kind of for this part of the conversation. So
yeah, I left it.
I told him, I said, like, individualistic makes me feel selfish and like it's all about me, and I have something like I hear that as negative. I hear that as a really bad thing because he was like, you guys are winners and did it like it was some good thing. I'm like, yeah, I don't hear that individualistic is a good thing.
No, I'm on the outside of the group. How'd that happen?
Well, he said, and I said, there's this whole like everybody's going, I help people, and I'm like, I don't like get up and do things because I want to help other people. Like, and he's like, yeah, that's exactly what individualistic says. And I was like, so how do you get a job being like, hey, I just do this because it makes me feel good about me? And he's like, you could teach other people how you figured out how to feel good about you. And I was like, oh, so it's
kind of brilliant.
Yeah, and then I was like, I should do this. And then
right.
I was like, I'm always like that. Like, no matter who I meet or what, like I get interested in, I'm like, I should do that. I think that's the decision making piece.
I think you're right. I think I like that. Well, and so for the other people, knowing that you aren't those other things about yourself is fine. It doesn't mean, it's like Art said to me yesterday. It's like, I got to hang out with people like Sean because he's fun. I'm not going to have fun if I don't know him. It's like, I don't even have to hang out. I just need to know him. That's totally fine. I can watch him. Wow, this is fun. This is fun. I'm not doing that. Right?
Yeah.
Because he's not trying to conform to being me.
Yeah.
He's enjoying me being me, and he's also enjoying being himself.
Yeah.
And once we know out, and him,
the wholeness thing.
like him taking a picture with me is like my wife. It's like, all right, fine, I'll take another thing. But you saw how gracious I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah.
How gracious he was with our selfie, and it's like my wife's like, all right, fine, let's take a picture, get over with. Or, fine, take a picture of your food. Okay, here, I'll smile. Right? And she's like just groaning, in the back of her mind because she hates doing that naturally, right? But she's also adapted because it's me. Love you, honey. Mean it. Let's see how this is at. All right. That's good enough recording for now. Let's see how it actually sounds.